Yo, what's up? Name is Pt1 and welcome to Let's Play, Playthrough, Project, Walkthrough, whatever. I'm gonna just keep saying that even though I know I just call them Let's Plays. But anyways, welcome to the 20th nice round multiple of 5 milestone. The 20th LP on this channel. Xenoblade Chronicles. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. I love this game so much. Like, this is my second most favorite game of all time, and then I would say that it is the best game of all time overall. The only reason it's not my favorite game of all time too is because there's just one more game that I have had way more fun of and just can't stop playing, and that would be Mass Effect 2, but that's a story for another day. So this is going to be like just about everything else I do or have been doing recently, New Game Plus, but there are some spoilers in that. And I know most people know what's going on, but some don't. So let's skip the spoilers and go in with a new game, and then I'll jump into my New Game Plus save after we hit a certain after this episode, because I've thought of a good point to stop. But yeah, this is also going to be a main story focused Let's Play. I would like to get through this game without having to work on it for an entire year or so. And thus, I will not be doing side quests. We'll just be plowing through the main missions with our level 80 game-breaking New Game Plus file. But first, epic loading screen. And here we have an intro cutscene. But first, if you are looking to play this game, let me tell you something. Look at that. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. You hit start, and then you have the option to skip. You can pause, and you can skip any cutscene in the game, which is great. But I'm going to leave Shulk to talk now.
Cloaked in a boundless sky, reaching as far as could possibly be imagined.
So the skies of Arcadia?
Then two great titans came into existence.
Titanfall? Nah, Titanfall doesn't have swords. It's not cool enough to be this game. No game's cool enough to be this game. Mechonus there, Bionus there. That had to hurt.
The Titans were locked in a timeless battle.
I'd call that a tie.
Until at last, only their lifeless corpses remained.
Looks like history agrees with me.
Eons have passed. Now, our world, this vast land stretching across the remains of the Bionis, is under attack from a relentless force known as the Mechon.
Star Wars? What is this? Oh, never mind. It's Terminator! And just marvel at the presentation of this game. That's one of its best traits. Because while this is a Wii game and they had to like package a massive MMO-sized game onto a single disc, they more than made up for it with just the sheer spectacle of everything. It's not super HD, but it doesn't even need to be.
Retreat! No retreat! The Apex unknown!
Well, that sucks. And here comes an intrepid hero. How could we lose with you?
They're advancing down our weak right flank. For a bunch of soulless machines, they seem to know a thing or two. But we'll see.
What took you so long?
We've been
I was getting bored here.
to retreat. We're pulling back the line to Colony 6.
Why? I was just having fun.
The last line of defense. Yeah, that's a good idea. Any more time spent hanging around here, and we're done for.
Count me in. We gotta get out of here.
Or we can stay and fight.
Sounds like fun. Let's do it. Always the right
We
answer.
take a stand here, but staying gives us the chance to change our destinies. We have the Monado. With this, the future is ours for the taking.
Stupid
Welcome to
beast.
Xenoblade. Epic lines every 6 minutes.
I can tell by just looking at you.
Getting short-sighted in your old age, Dixon. I'm fine. Don't worry, I'm still in control.
Say what now?
I should
Still in
have known
control.
I couldn't talk sense into a beast. Let's do this.
Must be
I'm
something
going with
dangerous
you.
with the sword.
You'll need someone to drag your
Also,
corpse
who's
off.
this guy? His name's Dixon, but he's acting more like Squall Leonard. I mean, look at that, Gunblade.
We've been ordered
Except
to
his actually
follow.
shoots things, which is way cooler.
Well, I say you're coming with us. What would we do without those?
Yeah there, Wolverine. We need you on the front lines.
It's now or never, Dunban. Let's show them what we've got. We'll give them a warm Hom's welcome.
Acknowledged.
And by that I mean we're going to kill them all.
What are they trying to prove? I'm not throwing my life away. No point dying in some godforsaken field. Nothing for it. I'll have to use Dunban as a decoy. Yeah, that should give me time to escape.
Use Dunban as a decoy. He's kind of already throwing himself out there. But I don't trust you. Why are you acting more like Severus Snape? So welcome to the gameplay of Xenoblade. Oh look, a tutorial. Who cares? So, in this, well, yada yada controls. So in this game, it has a very interesting combat system. It works more like an MMO. You have here a bar full of skills, and then there's everything's auto attacks. You can't manually attack. And then you lock onto your enemies, and you can swap between them. And then C will auto center on enemies when locked on. But just hit attack and start the fight. Now here's a tutorial. It's just telling you about the auto attack. Now, these are Mechon. And the only thing that can hurt Mechon is the Monado.
The time is now.
Unless... Now right now we don't have any special arts. Except we have the Monado arts. And these are talent arts. And whenever you land an auto attack, your talent art gauge fills up. And you can unleash your special moves. In this fight we've got Buster and Enchant. Enchant allows your teammates to damage Mechon, because normally they'll just bounce off and deal 1 damage, and then Buster deals massive damage to Mechon in a large line. So see, I just wiped 2 of them 1 swing.
Let's press on.
I'll survive.
And there you go. That's Battle in Xenoblade. But there's more.
You got a nerve?
Now for this fight, you can't really do any like special tactics or anything. You just have to sit and swing. But whenever new stuff comes up to talk about, I will talk about it.
Time is coming.
Final push.
Actually, can you? No, pressing start doesn't do anything.
This is the last one.
Busta!
It'll take more than that.
5749.
Do anything if you're worm food.
And yeah, level 27, level 30, level 22. They make it nice and easy to survive the tutorial. A quick taste of power, if you will.
You've got a nerve. Time is now.
Yep, not much to this fight. Just keep the enchant up, Buster when you can. And you'll win. It's very, very hard to win. Or yeah, hard to win. That would be terrible, wouldn't it? How do I get past the tutorial? Why is this Dark Souls? Yeah, it's very hard to lose a Taste of Power segment like that. So just keep swinging and get the cutscene. RPGs, summed in a single sentence.
You gotta be kidding.
It's their main force. Looks like the Mechon are hell-bent on taking us.
Yeah, we can take them.
They'll have to be if they want to beat us.
Well, I don't know. We don't have a healer.
Let's even
Dixon, can you quickly learn a healing spell?
You heard him.
Works fine in AQ World. Just swap to healer.
Let's do this.
Old man's got some moves. Wolverine's got the jukes. And Dunban, well, how could we lose with Dunban? Uh-oh. I knew what the sword is, cursed. Ow! Gets stabbed and he turns around and just freaking tackles it and shoots it in the face.
You alright?
Dixon, you're awesome.
What does it look like? I'm still good to go.
Guess even a hero's gotta reach his limit eventually.
And you're not acting very heroic, so I guess your limit hit already, so...
Hate to drop this on you, but it's the Monado they're after. So have fun keeping them occupied for me.
Yes, just stand and talk in the middle of a battlefield. Nothing bad could possibly happen.
I'll organize your funerals.
Well, at least he's nice enough to do that.
See you, boys.
Most cowards aren't brave enough to even do that.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
If this is a joke, it ain't funny.
That's a big one. Can we call in Optimus Prime as an assist?
Dunban?
Dixon, take
Oh, please tell me you're not going to do what I think you're going to do. Bro, cursed sword. Killing you. Don't do it.
Those idiots. I'll just come and get the Monado when everything's quieted down a bit. That thing's gonna be mine.
Yeah, you're funny. You can't even not trip while running. Uh-oh. We have you surrounded. Don't move. We said don't move.
Vile Mekon. If you think the Homs, the people of Bionis, are just waiting here for you to pick us off, you are sorely mistaken.
You know, I don't remember seeing this when I first played. I don't think I paid attention to it, but it just spoiled like half the game right there. That's beautiful. Actually, that's beautiful could apply to just about the entire game. 'Cause it is! And that beautiful loading screen that I still haven't gotten tired of after like 60 hours of this game. By the end of this, it's hopefully going to be around 70. Hopefully I keep it that short. Because I'm not going to be doing much exploring, not going to be doing side quests or anything. 1 year later. What is this, Grim Fandango?
A Mekon M71. I bet I can use its optical system to align one of the anti-air batteries. Oh, no good. It's broken. The joint section. It's buckled.
Well, that's just no good, even though I don't know what you're talking about.
Useless!
Now that I understand. It's a nice day outside. HD Dragonfly. Check that out.
Huh? An M69!
Those are like rarer than rare.
Its armor would be perfect for making a shield. If I can just get it off, I should be able to... Shulk!
Now it's Rhine time.
Rhine! It's not a Mekon. It's just a Crabble. It was
Aww.
using the Mekon armor as a shell.
It's a Krabby. Quick hit it with water type.
When it's down, use your arts to finish it off.
At least it's not a Crustle. Yeah, Crabble is... That is the ground type crab thing, right? I don't know. HP gauge, blah bitty blah bitty blah. Game. I guess it is new game. So here's the introduction of something interesting. Rhine is a tanky character. His job is to take aggro. So when you hit and you deal damage, you sit there and you gain aggro. And enemies will turn and attack whoever has the most aggro on them. And cooldowns and whatnot. And that's one thing that's great about this game is there's no mana, there's cooldowns. However, it does suck that there is a no skills like status effect, and that will completely ruin you because there are also, in addition to having cooldown based items, or not cooldown based items, cooldown based skills, there are no items in the game. So everything is cooldown based, and when they turn off those skills, it's pretty dangerous. But we don't have to worry about that for several hours. Also, as I was saying, aggro, they will turn and attack whoever has the most aggro, and then Ryan specifically, it's normally based on damage, but he has skills that will automatically draw aggro to him. And since he's tanky, that's great. Shulk is kind of odd among like RPG protagonists. He's not Yuri Lowell, he's not Jude Mathis, he does not run around and punch people in the face with his medical knowledge like a badass.
It's pretty dangerous outside.
He's pretty squishy. He's more of an assassin type character.
Yeah, but thanks to you.
So you want Ryan to take the aggro for him. And then also with Shulk there, one of his skills you may have noticed was called backstab.
Knowing what you're like, at least you'll make a decent
And
weapon out of it.
in this game, there are three directions you can attack: from the front, the side, and the back. And some skills will have extra effects based on where you use them. So for example, backslash deals a lot more damage if it's a backstab.
If I'm late for drills again, old squid.
Anyway, I just completely talked through them, but they're talking about like
Oh, the Defense Force Colonel.
Square Tash.
He's pretty scary.
They're just talking about, hey, we need to go home.
Sorry, I didn't mean for you
The
to
boss
come
is
back
waiting,
during
man.
the break. Don't worry about it. Let's get back.
So let's get back to town after I finish talking about aggro and directional effects and skill cooldowns and how there's no items and no mana. So follow the arrow to advance the story. Luckily, after this episode, these things are not going to pop up anymore because I'm going to swap over to my beaten game file. And then level up. Level ups in this game are kind of weird. You can't assign, there's like no skill points or anything. You can't assign any stats. But you automatically gain like all your stats based on the character. That or it's flat, I don't know. But what you can do, there's still a lot of character customization because there are a lot of item slots. And then here's another thing, is that when there's little blue things, you can actually pick stuff up and it will give you items, and you can sell those for money if you're short on cash, which you will be in the first playthrough because things are pretty expensive. And while you do get good gear from drops and whatnot, like the best gear is all drops, some really good stuff can be bought in the stores, and it's actually pretty expensive and kind of hard to get money because enemies drop very little money. And all of these guys here are enemies if you feel like fighting them. I don't, just to save on time. There's no point. Because after this episode, I'm swapping over characters, and I won't need levels then. Yeah, we're level 2. Left side, you can see your character's health, and the orange bar is their experience points. And there's town. Gee, I'm running out of stuff to talk about. There's so much to talk about at the beginning of this game, because there's so many mechanics. Like, it's a very intricate game, and it introduces it to you all, or it introduces all of it to you in a very, very quick and pretty organic manner, which I do very much like. So welcome to Colony 9. Pretty nice hometown. It's got a lake, it's got nice buildings. It's pretty great. Yeah, the little blue things, you pick up items, sell them for cash, and you can, they're for quests mostly. But I'm not doing any quests, so they're irrelevant now.
I better stop in at HQ. You off to the weapon development?
Yeah, I better go check in with the boss.
When I've sold any parts I can't use.
So Ryan is a soldier, and Shulk is in the R&D lab, which is pretty cool. Once again, Shulk is very different from normal RPG protagonists. Like, he's not like a master swordsman or anything. He's a weapons builder. That's what he does. He messes around with blackboards and designs stuff like that sword on his back, and Ryan's weapon. That's what he does. And also so many nice things in this game. For example, finding landmarks here like this gives you experience points, and then there's loads of quests, which I'm going to be completely ignoring. Because I, again, don't need them, and I need the time to get through the game quickly. You know. Once again, I would like to have this done, like, and it not take a year. Because this is a very long game if you actually do stuff. It took me 58 hours to beat this the first time, and I skipped out on a lot of quests anyways. So New Game Plus is going to be the way to go. But yeah, as you can see up there on the left as well, XP, AP, and SP, and those are basically, instead of leveling up and getting stat points, you do stuff and you get SP and AP, which are ability points and skill points, and you can upgrade your abilities, which are like normal skills, and then or abilities are your attack skills, and then skills are like normal passive buffs from other RPGs. So much to talk about. So much. And here we are at the Defense HQ. There's our lab. But first we have to take a panoramic view.
You idiots! What the hell are you playing at?
The Colonel's gonna explode.
Crashing the mobile artillery into a house. How
Also, this game has great writing, pretty good animations, amazing British voice acting, which never gets old.
But it's impossible
It's just
to
so
get
great.
back to the military district in only 40 seconds. I don't want any excuses. Champions don't whine, they win.
But what if you're on the losing side in your League of Legends match? Then your champions
Are you
lose.
forgetting the shame you brought on this force during joint maneuvers with Colony 6? Stick your back into it, maggots! Move it! Yes, sir. Get the artillery back to the military district, double time! Then I want 1,000,000 press-ups from both of you, and you better not stop until your biceps explode! Colonel, we can't move the artillery. What? You better give a damn good reason why.
This scene is so funny.
The impact to the crash damaged the ether conduction cable. The ether fuel proceeded to leak out, and now the cylinder is empty.
I hear a side quest,
Can't you even do something as simple as
or a main quest.
Auxiliary cylinders have all been used up. It'll be 3
Well, ain't that
days until
convenient.
more come in, sir. I told you to keep a stock of fuel in reserve. Sorry, sir. You're nothing but slackers.
Ooh, Falcon Punch.
Same old Colonel. At this rate, the men will all be dead before they see any action.
Well, let's avoid that guy and just go into our lab. Let's stay away from him. He seems pretty crazy. Hello there, Mr. Nopon. This guy's a Nopon. He's not a Hom. He's a Nopon. We're a Hom. It's great, isn't it? So much stuff in this game. So here's our lab. And there is the legendary weapon itself. The Monado.
All right, Shulk. How are you?
Hey, look, it's the old man.
When did
I
you
guess
get
you're
back
our
to
boss.
Colony 9?
It's pretty cool.
Just now. I see you've been busy. Looks like your Monado research has been going well. I made the right choice leaving you in charge.
Your research notes really helped.
So, you can activate it now then.
You can do what now?
Anyone can activate it.
Oh, okay.
The problem is controlling it.
Does it have a mind of its own? Is it actually a soul-eating
Everyone
weapon?
except him.
Yes. If anyone other than Dunban were able to control the Monado, we could surpass any military force in the world.
That's what you're going to think about with it?
You think so?
No,
What are
let's go
these
get the
hidden
Mechon, or I
functions
guess the
you
Mechon must
mentioned?
have been defeated
It's
if he's
still only
like, he
conjecture.
doesn't even
But
care.
it's starting to look like the Monado might be something far more significant than just a weapon for defeating Mechon.
I see.
Of course it is.
And the evidence
It's a really
to support
cool
your
looking
theory?
sword. Those
It's the
always
symbol
do
that
stuff.
appears in the center when it's activated. What I know is, the central piece is made from multi-layered glass. The symbol appears on the top layer, and each layer is constructed differently.
So it's possible that other symbols could appear on different layers.
But what do they mean? The numbers, what do they mean, Mason?
Feel even more power. Am I right?
Nice.
If we could just unlock the Monado's power.
Well, if this was Dark Souls, I would say just start with the Master Key gift, but it's not that easy.
Dunban!
Flashbacks. So it looks like we didn't win
Dunban!
back in our opening battle.
Look like that. I haven't gone yet. Shulk.
You haven't gone yet, you're not going to. Now wait a minute, why didn't he tell us anything? Why can't we hear it? Shulk! Dramatic irony is supposed to be the player knowing more than you know, not the other way around. The Blade of Justice.
It was the Monado. It was controlling me.
Up.
Even so, it saved us. Saved our future. Next,
So it is cursed.
it will be up to you.
So we get to use it next?
Dunban.
Nice.
Well,
Well, of course we do then again. We are the hero of this story. What, did you actually think it was going to be Dunban?
I'll drop round the HQ.
We can't
and
lose
see
with
how they're
him.
getting on.
But he managed to lose by
See
himself.
you later.
Shulk, you're spending too much time in the lab. Either that or rummaging for junk in the scrapyard. It ain't healthy for a kid your age. That's why you're always
But
looking
he
so
likes
pasty.
rummaging in the
You
scrapyard.
should get out, get some fresh air once in a while.
He actually looks kind of
Alright,
tan to me,
I'm
though.
off.
Gotta remember, Dixon, the scrapyard is outside. Old man. Dramatic zoom in on the Sword of Legend. And now for something completely different. Hey look, it's Dunban again.
Dunban, are you awake yet?
Is it time to eat already? You didn't have to bring it yourself. You could have just called me.
Look at that scar on his arm.
Don't be silly.
That is a wicked scar.
Do you want me to feed you?
Don't treat me like an invalid. I'm better than I was a year ago.
Much better. I really thought I lost you back then.
Yes, but now I'm almost well enough to handle the Monado again.
Dunban, don't say
I don't
that.
think that's a good
The
idea.
Meccan have
I
gone
agree
now.
with her.
Why would you say that?
I just mean.
So
I'm
this is
prepared.
Fiora.
Sorry.
She's Dunban's sister.
Okay.
And apparently he really needs looking
Get up
after,
before it
considering
gets
he's
cold.
like, hey, that sword
I
burned
made
my
something
arm. Let's go
really
use it
special
again.
today.
Don't feel like you need to stay here then, Fiora. Go and make your next delivery.
Huh?
Well, I'm sure you'd like Shulk to try some while it's still hot.
That's okay.
Of course.
Shulk has no sense of
It's
taste.
just like the
Feels like
grand
it's delicious
list
even
of
if it's
RPG
stone cold.
cliches says.
In which case, today he would actually.
Female main character
maybe.
in love with the protagonist.
I'm fine, Fiora. Off
Come
you go.
on now. Then again,
Okay.
it's Xenoblade. It takes everything that most RPGs do and then does them completely perfectly.
Dunban, thanks.
It's quite great in that regard. Now, you see, you can't even hold a spoon and you want to go back to battle?
I'm not finished yet.
What's wrong
I
with
have to be
you?
prepared to use the Monado again.
Man, chill out. And now we get to play as Fiora. So now we've got to go find Shulk. But we're not going to be doing that this episode. So story quests. Story quests in this game kind of suck because they give you no experience and no money. So here we are inside Dunban's house. It's not Fiora's house in the slightest, oh no. She only lives there too and takes care of it. But no, it's Dunban's house.
Hey, Fiora.
Sup, old man? You again. Didn't we just see you like 2
Where
minutes
you
ago?
off to?
I just thought I'd
You're
take
everywhere.
some food. I'm on my way to the lab.
Shulk's not there right now.
What? He was there when we left him.
I just sent him out to get some
Characters
fresh
can
air.
move without input from the player? What?
Outlet Park.
That's the one.
Okay. Thanks, Dixon.
Alright, so now we've got to go find the park. But we'll be doing that next episode. So this has been Jet Leo 1, and I will see you next time with some more Xenoblade. after I swap over to my New Game Plus file. So if you go back inside, you've got to go change your clothes and your weapons. So I will see you next time.